Hello, let's do the Netflix puzzled Starstruck Snippets and Currents for August 23rd. Let's play. Easy's called Glued Threes. So in each row, each column, and each colored region, we're placing exactly one star. Stars also can't touch each other, even diagonally. This is a gimme, gimme, right? One left there. Two left there removes these and these two for touching it. These remove the rest of the row and these two for touching it. Two left in orange. They both touch this one, or see this one. So there's going to be a star either here in orange, here. There's going to be a star in one of these circles, definitely. That's what's left in orange. You can see this one touches it, and this one shares a column. So this one's never in. And that gives us this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and we're done. Nice, I like that. Now the hard is called Well Packed. Ooh, bunch of W's. So we can just go down the line, removing these that see the entire W. It's got to have something to do with it's interesting how these kind of affect each other, depending on which branch you choose. Left column is only indigo. Huh. Hard to do lineups with these W's like that. It's a lot of brown. Huh. What can we do here? We need to think about this. Like, if we were on this branch, then that would eliminate all of this. Just two here, which eliminates that one. Leaving two here, which eliminates that one. Uh, hmm. One of these two. So maybe I should think a little bit differently. Maybe I should think about just this one. It does all of this. So it forces this red. I guess I might as well do this too. Forces the green. Interesting. Why did it force the green? The row touching that one, and then place that one. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely true. So one of these two eliminates this one. One of these two eliminates this one. Like, it's not cascading in any crazy way here. I don't even know which of these two is used. Which of these two? Since it can't be both of these, it would be one of these two. Which does get rid of this one. Uh, hmm. Huh. I guess I should fix that. Like, it's one of the most powerful spots. It still doesn't really do enough to like know what's going on here. So I'm clearly missing an important deduction. Um, is it this middle one, perhaps? One of these two. That gets rid of this one and this one. So that gets rid of this whole column. and this whole row. Because it's one of these two or one of these two. And one of these two, I should say. It's interesting. But again, it doesn't do anything more. These don't really cascade into each other very well. Um, Shoot, this is a hard one today. I've been looking for lineups, but I just don't see any. Like this would be a natural barrier, I suppose. And we already know that's there. So it'd be 3 columns. So we know one. Yeah, it's three. It's no, it's 4 colors. Um, but it does mean that we need a star in somewhere in here. At least one. Could be two. But we need at least one in here. Because otherwise we only have 2 colors, right? One color and 2 colors. They're not neither of them are forced. But we definitely need one in in this here. So that's out for touching the whole thing. Oh no, I need this one too. Shoot. That is not right. Because it also includes this one. Darn it. So let me undo that. So that's not it. So what if I said this was a star then? Because that gets rid of these. So let's apply this. Because now that affects these 3 columns. And that gray can't be a color there. So we would get rid of the rest of brown. We'd get rid of this blue here. I guess that already got rid of the blue. Huh. One of these two. Oh, blue would be one of these two then. And then brown would be over here. So even with that though, I guess red would be one of these two. Which gets rid of all that. So red's in one of these two. Blue is placed. Yellow would be one of these two, so red is placed. I mean, it does a lot. I hate this amount of look ahead, but my hope is it breaks and I can maybe learn about why it breaks. Okay. Did this not continue? I guess green and yellow line up. I mean, we're having to do some pretty advanced stuff in our look ahead, like look aheads that use formations and lineups. I don't know. Or just one of these 3. That lines up with green. Nope. I messed up. Orange could be here. Like, nothing here is broken as far as I can tell. I get all this. Brown's in one of these two. So that's out. Oh, this row is going to have to place here. And then that places this one. Then the column places this one. I'm starting to think this might be the solution. One of these two is in. Oh, no. It's not the solution because it breaks orange somehow. There's nowhere left in orange. But, like, that's the whole puzzle. That's really frustrating. So is there a quicker way to see that this breaks orange? Really not sure about that. It does all this. I'm trying to avoid like spreading it too far, but right, it got rid of the rest of brown, right? Because one, two, three, yeah. So that placed this one immediately. Don't know if I need all these dots, but red places blue. So red gets rid of those, blue gets rid of those. I don't know. Is there some lineup I'm not seeing, like using all the W's horizontally? I mean, this is most of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8. We have a 10 by 10 today, I guess. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't know what the eighth one is. So if these lined up, like if this was a star, then brown could not, then indigo would be this one, and then purple would be this one. It doesn't really help me. What about vertically though? So it's still 8. So we need 2 more besides the W's. Well, we know indigo is the left side, so this right side would be brown, orange, or purple. Yeah, I don't know. Does it have something to do with this guy? Getting rid of a bunch of orange. Nope. I don't see how. I really don't know a way forward here. Other than using this crazy look ahead on this gray. I really don't like. Does it have something to do with this position in general? Like this position gets rid of these two. This position gets rid of those two. This position gets rid of those two, right? So this causes that, which gets rid of. Those are already gone though. Okay, so actually this causes this. Interesting. It kind of does a bounce back and forth, right? Gets rid of these two, which then these point, gets rid of that one. These get rid of those two, these two, leaving one of these two. And so these are gone. All right. Yeah. I think they do bounce. It causes this one, which gets rid of these two. Right, it gets rid of these two, which points in here, and these two. So that points, yes, this one. Yep. Doesn't work for this guy because this guy's a 3. This guy can be here, but this, and this chain. So let's see if there's a problem with this chain, maybe. I think I just want some way forward here at this point because it's been too long. One of these two. That lines up with green. Get rid of all those. Oh, we'll get rid of this row as well. So orange is down to these 3. That gets rid of this one. Ah, and so it does continue. Placing this one. Then one of these two. Oh, wait, no, orange can be down here. Hold on. Orange could be this one. Can I get rid of it? I don't know that I can. Hold on, let's get rid of these. Let's do verticals. Purple's in one of these three. Okay, so purple and orange do line up. Brown's one of those two. That gets rid of those. Yeah, top row's this one. Seems like that's always happening. Purple can't be there because of this too. Oh, so it actually ends up being orange here. Okay, because of the row. So is this the solution? Yeah, I mean, it might be. I think that's the solution. So doing this little cascade solved it. Ooh, I hate that. I hate using that. But I'm sick. I don't know if I'm gonna think of something better here. So we're gonna use that. We'll just go from the start to make sure that all works. So these point over, placing this one. These point down, placing this one. These point over, placing this one. Okay. This gets rid of this guy. These two get rid of the rest of this row. Green and yellow line up. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I know. Stop it. Okay. Purple and orange line up, so these are out. Now brown's one of these two. Those are out. Oh yeah, the top row's this one. Bottom row's one of these two, so that's out. So this row's this one, giving us the purple. And then we get the brown, the green, and the yellow. Don't ask me why it ended up like that. I don't know. This was a tough one. It just felt like this sort of wiggle cascade was intended, but I don't know. I don't quite know why that was forced. Okay. Well, let's do the snippets. Is it me? The dress. Is the dress me? No color help today. Um, huh. I need an in here. That does go 5. This 2 does this. So the 5 can't go left. So the 5 takes these two. Because we're either doing 5 like this, 5 like this, or somewhere in between. So the 4 can't go right directly. That's right. So the 4 is always taking the 1 to its right, no matter what. And if it did that, this 2 goes up or down. Wow. This is broken, I think. So I want to think about this 3 here. It's either doing this or it's doing this. If it does this, I think this is problematic because the 5, well, this 3 now has to do that. The 5 has to do that, and this can't be taken by anything. That's what I'm seeing. So the 3 doesn't do that. So the 3 does that instead. And so now this has to be taken by the 2. This is taken by that 3. They are different colors. Interesting. Who takes that? Just the 4. This is definitely taken by the 4. We could do that. But I feel like these are gonna be this is gonna be symmetrically colored. So why don't we just assume symmetry here? Like the outline is gonna be, oh, who takes this one? No, I've broken it. Who takes that one? I wish this had undo. Um, Oops, we're doing that. We're doing that. So the 5 can't go down. Hmm. This 3. Suppose if I do this, I have to do this, so then this can't be taken by anything. So I'm going to do this instead. And now this has to be taken by the 5 at least. So we've got these 4 taken by the 5. So the 2 goes right. This has to be taken by this 2. The 4 goes down like that. Okay. 6 can't be a 2 by 3 because that 5 taking that spot. I think it has to do this. So the 5 does this. 2 goes down. 3 goes down. I thought the 4 had to take that one. It does. Oops, that undo doesn't help me. Shoot. Wait, no, the 4 can go straight down. Okay, so that was just a bad marking. That 3, that 3, that 2. This is working. What's going on here? I think we have to do this. There it is. All right, I didn't understand the pattern of the colors, but now I see it, of course. Oh, too bad we didn't get to draw the red bro. That would have been nice. All right, let's move on to currents. So we're just going to draw out the forced moves here. Since every cell has to be taken, we must take all the corners as they are. We have to go through this tunnel. We have to go through this tunnel. So these connect, these connect, these connect. We have to go through this tunnel. The final digit is 9. We have to take this corner. So we end here. So 9 ends there. We do not take those. So this is a corner. To take that corner. This is a tunnel. What else do we have? We have these tunnels. Has to go all the way through. I'm looking for more forced moves here. So if these connected, the 6, I don't know what the direction is yet, but it would have to go to 5 or to 7 next. And that seems pretty difficult. So I think we're just going to take the 7 like this. Then we're going to go up and we're going to go back around. So I think we're this direction. Or this direction. So 7, and then we can go to 8. We're not gonna connect to this 3. So we're gonna turn and connect to the 8 then. And so then this is a corner all around here. The 3 goes to the 4, so we're this direction. So this wants to go to the 5. I think there's only one way. Well, it could go around like this. Feels like it's going to beeline right to the 5, but... So the 5 needs to go to the 6. Yeah, I think we're doing something along these lines. Oh, not quite like that. Oh, this is a corner now. If we did down here, we wouldn't be able to get to the 6. So I think we're going to go 5, 6 that way. Remember, we're this way. We're definitely not going down here. Okay, this is going straight across. If the 1 went left, we wouldn't be able to take this stuff. Yeah, this is a corner. Well, okay, the question is, does the 3 go down to here? Or rather, does this come up to the 3? I think it has to. Unless it takes this first. Hold on. I think it makes sense for it to take that first. Because that changes the parity of how this works. Perfect. Now we just trace our line here. Done. All right. Under 3 minutes. I bet the average is a lot less. I think these are usually viable. Yeah. All right. Well, how'd you do?